Industry gatherings like the Mining Indaba here at the Cape Town International Conference Centre is all about relationships, partnerships and strategic alliances. And one of the ongoing alliances globally between governments and the private sector in mining is to play the best role in science and innovation and find out what it is that either or both parties can do to try and process, progress and further mining interests for all stakeholders involved. Here in South Africa, one of the key role players in the public sector is the Mandela Mining Precinct, which for the past few years has played an important role in laying a foundation not only in research but also some planning that has to do with how mines and the mining sector and science and technology combine to create a better environment for all stakeholders. I spoke to the head of the Mandela Mining Precinct here at Mining Indaba and asked her what it is that the core issues that the Mandela Mining Precinct is addressing. Julie Courtnage of the Mandela Mining Precinct, tell us about the precinct and the role that it plays in the mining sector and what was envisaged and how it's going.
Sure, thanks Gary. So the Mandela Mining Precinct arose out of the mining Phakisa in 2015 when there was a great focus on the potential job losses in both gold and platinum. And they were very worried that by 2025 we'd have about 250,000 job losses. And the whole intention of the Phakisa was to bring everybody together, academics, unions, mining houses, government, to say what can we do collectively. And from the mining Phakisa came the South African Minerals Extraction Research and Development Initiative, SAMURDI. And the Mandela Mining Precinct was put in place to implement the SAMURDI strategy. And there are 5 core programs. I'll just run through them for ease. The first is Advanced Ore Body Knowledge, or AOK. The second is Real-Time Information Management Systems, or RTIMS. The third is Mechanized Mining Systems, MMS. The fourth is LOCM, Longevity of Current Mines. And the fifth is called SATCAP, the Successful Application of Technology Centered Around People. And it's really important to note, Gary, that we don't do the research. The precinct facilitates the research. We are incredibly lean and we work through what we call quite a radical collaboration model. And so we have these researchers and these collaborators. Each program has a technical steering committee that meets various times a year as part of the governance to decide what are the burning research issues for the mining sector. And I say that deliberately because it's not only about the mining houses, it's about all the stakeholders within the sector, government, communities, the whole value chain in fact. And along with the technical applied research that we manage, part of the funding goes towards universities who have equivalent programs, and this was done through an open call for research partners. And the Department of Science and Innovation, who is our main funder, along with the Minerals Council of South Africa, who is our co-funder, directs a significant amount of funding into the universities to really elevate the human capacity within mining for all the new challenges that are facing us. So as well as the technical applied work that we do at the precinct or that we manage, there is this fundamental research that is done at the universities. And that fundamental research feeds into the applied research that we do. In addition to that, and really, really exciting, is we are busy working with what is now Impala Bafokeng, and we have a test mine. It's not a mock mine, so it's not concrete and shotcrete. It is a real mine that is in care and maintenance. It's Masebe. And the whole intention as we develop that is to do real test work, to do real student research within the test mine. Because as you can imagine, doing this kind of research is incredibly context specific. It is very specific to the ore body. It is very specific to the conditions. And then in addition to the 5 core programs, we are really excited that over the last year, I have only been in place since the 1st of September last year, so I'm still new, but over the past year and a half, there's been this idea of growing what we're calling strategic initiatives. So as well as the core research focus that talks to modernizing mining, and maybe before I get onto the strategic initiatives, let me talk about what does modernization in mining mean. And it really is about, first and foremost, safety. We cannot mine if we cannot mine safely. And all of our 5 programs have safety at the core. So just as an example, advanced ore body knowledge. The little strapline for it is glass rock. And it's all about, can we use thermography or acoustics or some other mechanism of seeing into the face a little bit so that we can see what is lying behind, so that we can blast differently or use different machinery, again from a safety perspective. So safety is the primary reason. Obviously also, with the massive uptake in technology and the development of technology, one of our core agendas is innovation. But it's not only innovation in technology, it's innovation in how we do research. And we don't have time to talk about that, but there's a lot of exciting plans.
Just then, strategically then,
Right.
going forward, what are the priorities?
The core programs remain priority. Advanced ore body knowledge, real-time information management systems, mechanized mining systems, successful application of technology centered around people and longevity of current mines will remain the core focus. Strategically, these strategic initiatives are now looking at the bigger issues that are impacting mining, whether it's energy, whether it's water, whether it is stakeholder engagement, so-called green minerals, critical minerals. We are busy planning a critical mineral program because what is critical is very much a sovereign issue. So what might be critical for Europe might not be critical for South Africa, but how do we meet that need and also make sure that we retain the value of those minerals? We don't want to see history repeating itself. So strategically, we're working with many partners, many collaborators, from the CSIR to the universities to private consulting firms to, there's even been a couple of interesting outreach at the Mining Indaba from investors. And the concept of investors wanting to invest in research thrills me, really thrills me.
Julie Courtnage of the Mandela Mining Precinct, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Gary.